name is Kelly Grifo. I'm 22 years old. I go to the Stockton University and I'm from New Milford, New Jersey.
All right. How many languages do you currently speak?
One, English.
English, all right. What language would you like to learn had you had the time?
I would probably learn Spanish because that is the way the country is moving, more Latino direction.
Okay. Do you feel that there is a language barrier whenever you speak to someone that English is not their first language?
Yes, I have difficulties understanding accents and I have a little miscommunication errors.
Okay. Where would you like to travel in the world?
I've always wanted to go to Turkey and see Istanbul. That's been one of my big places to go see.
Okay. Do you see more diversity now being in college or in your hometown?
Definitely in college. I come from, I would say, a primarily white town, so yeah.
Have you enjoyed the diversity of cultures that have been introduced to you?
Yes, I do. I like learning about new cultures and like finding out different ways like to be respectful and stuff like that, and I get that here at Stockton and also at my job at Starbucks.
Have you learned anything from other cultures since coming to Stockton?
Not necessarily. It's my first semester. I haven't taken many courses besides like core courses to my health science major.
Okay. Is there any culture that you find interesting and why? If there's one.
I feel like I find like Muslim culture very interesting, and it's something I'd like to learn more about, especially with like the world's climate, to further understand like how they go about their beliefs and like not why they do the things they do, but what values they place on what they do.
Do you feel like you can relate to those of different backgrounds?
I do feel like I can relate. I feel like I am sensitive to people of all cultures, and if I don't know something, I'm a pretty direct person. I'll ask, I'll like politely like, I want to know this to further my education.
All right, halfway there. Do you know your family's history?
My mother's father is from a closed adoption.
Okay.
So that side I don't know, but my father is German, Irish, Italian, and Dutch.
Oh, okay. Would you like to talk to your ancestors about how their life was?
I think that would be particularly interesting, seeing at where the world has evolved to based on where it was from.
Okay. Do you think stereotypes emerge from fear, ignorance to other cultures?
Absolutely. I feel like it's conditioning, and people have been told something so long that they immediately perceive a situation in like a different connotation than if they were taught to be open-minded.
Have you had moments where when you go to a foreign restaurant that you have to adjust your mindset?
Yeah, I definitely think like I've had to check myself a few times. And like sometimes I'm like, Kelly, stop being so ignorant. But then like I feel like in the process of checking myself, I'm kind of also checking that ignorance a little bit.
Okay. How would you describe yourself in the globalized world? Like you as a person, how do you fit
Like
in the world?
who are you in the world, basically?
I would say I'm someone that's try to just be nice. I feel like if you spread the message of kindness, that can really change and have an effect on the world.
Nice. Do you think cities with more diversity are safer than less diverse ones?
That's a very interesting question, because I live right by New York City, so that's obviously highly diverse, but I went to school at the University of Alabama. So like I lived in Alabama for 2 years where it wasn't necessarily as diverse, but I think I felt safer in the city, and that might just be because of where I grew up.
Okay. Do you think social media helps with you becoming more aware about global issues?
Absolutely, because it can be posted on 20 million different platforms in under 2 minutes.
Do you think more countries should share a common currency, like the euro, or have a unique currency per country?
I think having one currency would make things simpler, but to get there would be extremely difficult.
Very true.
I agree with this.
Do you think all countries have to contribute in combating climate change?
I would say that all countries should contribute because we all live on the planet, so everyone does affect it somehow.
Okay. Two more. Do you see countries becoming more diverse in the coming years?
Absolutely.
Okay.
People are moving in from all over, and it's projected that